can't believe we're taking it to this level.
You barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're checking for testicular cancer.
It's so funny.
no. She wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
Well, they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
'Cause they're looking for lumps, right?
No, because
like all-
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or?
no. Have
See,
you?
I've never
I
had it
told
done.
you. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh.
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not
Yes.
the first one.
This one.
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
one.
There are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what
one,
he sent me a picture.
Ready?
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 Two.
Two.
Party!
We're ready
To party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on in, come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends. And then I think there's another
I love
verse.
how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no, no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in 01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is you boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you order
You say,
a
I want the
McGangbang?
surf and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound right at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we having
We can
this
set it on the
discussion?
table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and then she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What? If you back up with the saw!
we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
out. Do it.
No!
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay.
Let's do some
You're doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
Sorry about that, folks. Long delay. Had some technical difficulties. Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Josh,
Alex.
and this is episode 372. I didn't get the audio recorder open. I had everything else ready. I had everything else.
Oh, I thought you meant like you needed me to do something
No,
else.
no, that was it.
Okay.
Appreciate you. That was the one thing that you actually, that's the first time I think you've helped with like opening up for the podcast, really. Like technically. Right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Huh? I don't know either. Anyways, yeah, so we are recording a couple days late due to a little bit of a medical thing happened.
A little bit of a medical thing?
I don't know how far into depth you want to get, so that's up to you, really. That's on you.
I have an intestinal infection.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not something you want to have.
It's not something you really want to speak on either.
I don't even know how I got it.
Your
100%.
shirt really says it all.
Yeah, I literally can't even.
She's wearing the Oregon Trail shirt for the audio listeners. So yeah, it's been a rough couple of days for you, and I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're doing better. How are you doing? Explain yourself.
Explain myself. Well, Sunday morning, I woke up, like, I got woken up by a very nasty, strong, acute feeling of sharp pains in my abdomen.
Yeah.
Which caused me to go, you got to go to the bathroom. And I said, oh, okay, we're going to go. So I got up right away, and that turned quickly into, you don't have to go to the bathroom, you got to throw up. And I said, oh, I do.
Yeah.
So I threw up a whole bunch, and that turned back into, you got to go to the bathroom.
Continuous. On
Continuous. Continuous back and forth of me having to try to go. And I had just, the pain kept growing and growing and growing, and I was like hunched over, sitting on the toilet, and it felt like knives going in my gut, and I got really nasty cold sweats, and probably the worst pain in my gut I've ever felt.
Right.
And it was basically like from my belly button down, like my whole abdomen was just like, felt like knives stabbing me. To the point where I was starting to cry a little bit, and I about like just yelled for you to, like, we need to get me to a hospital.
Do you think we should have gone then?
No, I don't think so, because like after I went to the bathroom multiple times, the pain started to go away a little bit, but the nausea was still there. So the only thing I could think of to make myself feel better was to add like maybe a little bit of heat to my belly. Okay. So I had you give me my electric like heating pad, and I put heat on my lower abdomen, and that made the whatever was left of the pain just like go away, or at least be tolerated for me to be able to sleep. And I was already we stayed up so late Saturday, so I was like, all right, well, I'm going back to bed. Fell asleep because I also exhausted myself going back and forth to the toilet for an hour. But when I woke up after a couple hours, I went to the bathroom again, and I just had the pain come back, and had some things happen that went, you need to go to the ER ASAP. So, went to the ER, and basically blood work and everything and symptoms show that I have an intestinal infection, and they don't know why. I don't know why.
We have suspicions.
We have suspicions it was bad food.
Bad food.
But other than that, there was not, they're not at 100% diagnosis. That's just, I have my blood work showed there's an infection, and based off my symptoms, I have an intestinal infection. So that made me go on a couple of pills. They gave me an anti-nausea medication, and then they gave me some type of medication that's, I'm still having a weird time trying to describe what it does, but it's apparently supposed to like sedate the feeling of my gut.
Right.
Not like sedate my gut, like so it stops moving, I guess, but like sedate the feeling so it takes away like intestinal pain. Like helps with like bubble gut and people like that have IBD and stuff. And so I take that, and it like, for one, it makes me like super freaking tired. Like within 20-30 minutes of taking it, I'm like, I'm gonna be out for
feel like
hours.
You're on like cloud 9.
Well, that's the thing, is it doesn't like make me feel like good.
Okay.
Like ooh, like I looked up online to see if it was like an opioid or if it was something like that is like an addiction thingy.
Right.
And it says it's not. I'm like, okay.
Oh, weird.
But it's like it's not a controlled substance is what I was trying to say.
Okay.
But it does something to me that makes me really tired, and then it basically just numbs my abdomen. It feels weird. But basically takes away like all the pain. So that helps, but it just puts me to sleep for a long time.
Yes, it does.
But the only thing that other thing that was difficult for me is that I was supposed to be on a clear liquid diet, which, by the way, I don't wish upon anybody.
Oh my God.
For 48 hours to allow my gut to rejuvenate and feel better, and then after that, it was slowly doing a bland diet for the next 3 to 5 days, as I tolerated, basically. So I could not eat anything solid. It was just it was tea and Jolly Ranchers. Mm-hmm. And popsicles and Jello,
right? And
then some broth.
Oh yeah.
So lost like a little bit of weight. So I mean, there was the positive about it.
It has its silver lining, I guess.
It does.
I'm hoping that you're okay and you're getting better. I mean, are you getting better?
I think slowly, but I'm concerned that things are still kind of there.
Yeah.
Just because like whenever I do eat, once things starts like moving and it gets to around like right above my belly button, like moving through the loop-de-loops,
you're giving me sympathy pains.
It starts to feel like little needles, like it feels like I swallowed a packet of sewing needles.
God, that's awful.
Like trying to move through.
I'm hoping you don't.
And it's just randomly just poke, and like as if like I can feel it going through.
Do you think that's healing?
The only thing I can think of with the knowledge that I have, because I've never had this before, is that my intestines are still pissed off, and it does take like a good week or so to heal most things. Yeah. And that I'm still in the very much healing phase, and whenever I put something through them, they go, "We're not ready yet," or you know, they get pissed off and inflamed, and they yell at me a little bit. Right. So whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but the pain's still there, but I mean, compared to like, it was like a 9 out of 10. I'm talking like horrible. Like I thought my appendix burst. Gosh. Like it was bad. I was pale. I was sweating. I was throwing up, and I was like, oh, and I was grabbing my right side. And I was like, oh my God, I have every side of my appendix. It's either going to burst or it already burst. And I was freaking out.
I hope you're not like that still didn't happen, right? You'd be
if it burst, I would be dead right now.
Okay, I figured. God, thank you for that.
If that would have like burst on
thank you for letting me know that.
If that would have burst on Sunday,
yeah,
I would have gone septic and died.
I figured.
Yeah.
At this point. So it's not.
And if she would have pushed on my belly right there, yeah, I would have punched her in the face.
Can you rule out appendicitis?
I believe she said yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's ruled out. Appendicitis is ruled out.
Okay.
Talking about it makes my stomach
God,
hurt.
I don't want you to get hurt.
But yeah, so now as of yesterday, I'm on like, I started my bland diet. So I've had like, meal-wise, I probably only had like 2 full meals.
Right.
And
that's within what, 40,
50 hours?
More
50, 60, I don't know.
Around 60
Basically,
hours.
the last time I had a full meal up until last night was Sunday at like 5 p.m.
And what did you have then?
Pizza.
No, that was Saturday.
Oh, sorry. Saturday at 5 p.m.
You had 2 full meals since then.
Yeah.
One of them was...
Last night you made me chicken noodle soup and mashed potatoes and a slice of bread.
Oh,
and I had that.
That was gone.
And then
before I was done
and then
with
I
my
count
burger.
I count the 2 breakfasts that I have as one meal because I had only 1 egg and like half a slice of toast.
This
like,
time you had a 1 egg
this
and a
time-
full toast.
Yes, so I went up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I've also had like a little bit of like some macaroni and cheese, like something easy like pasta.
That's what you've gone for, yeah.
Yeah, really other than that, I've not eaten anything else. I can't snack on anything. Like anything I put in my body, I'm like scared that it's gonna hurt. So, basically they told me give it this week, and Friday I'm supposed to see my doctor. I have an appointment scheduled, and they said, like, if I'm not, like, better by Friday, I need to go in, and they need to pursue different tests to see make sure it's nothing more serious.
They gotta take a camera up there and be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, they said that is probably the next possibility on their list is putting a camera up there, which...
I think you're too young for that.
I mean, I don't think anybody's too young for it. I mean, if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. But typically, isn't it like in your 50s they start telling you like
40s, 50s, in between there.
50s, I think you need to be getting like a colonoscopy.
If you feel
like on your a regular like every 5 years or something.
It's kind of creepy to ask for it sooner. I need you to.
I don't think a doctor will. For one, insurance probably will not cover it unless you're at a certain age.
Insurance or not, what if you have the money to pay for it? Who cares?
Then it's considered an elective procedure, and your doctor has to have a reason to do it. It can't just. I don't think that if you're below a certain age, I don't think any doctor would approve it just to get it done.
It's kind of creepy to ask to do.
I think so. I mean, I don't go in there asking for a vaginal exam. Hey, can I have a pap smear this year? I really want one.
Golly gee, please hit that end.
No, this year I was actually just due for one, and I was like, what? They're like, yeah, we do it every like 10 years or something now.
Well, it's 5, I think.
Or 5. Like, it used to be like every year for a long time. And then they're like, oh, we found out we don't have to do that anymore. Now it's like every 5 or so many years after a certain age. And I'm like, and so it had been like years. So I came in for like my annual, and she goes, oh, what do you know? It actually looks like it's time for that too. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, just get it done. Get it done and over with.
I just noticed that Snickers left. I thought she was one laying over there.
No, that's Nymeria.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I don't know anybody that just goes in and goes, all right, I think I need to get this done too, and I'd really like it if you did that. No, I don't think so. Sorry, it hurts.
So with the panic of what's going on lately with the Mpox,
you mean the monkeypox?
Monkeypox, yeah. We looked at the ER.
Why'd you call it Mpox?
That's what they're calling it on the news.
Mpox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess. Anyway, that's what I've been hearing. It hasn't really been talked about for a couple of days now.
It started off in South Africa last week, and it's like really, really contagious, and I don't know if it's something we should like talk about on the show to like cause like panic or something.
Well, here's the thing. We started the same thing with COVID.
I know we did.
We mocked it.
I know. We should go back to those episodes and be like, oh, it's probably not going to be anything. Or I can't believe, did you hear about this virus?
Whatever.
Did you hear about this virus that got to the United States and like nothing's going to happen? Oh,
yeah, okay. Whole lot of still is happening.
Us millennials are tired of...
So I looked around and
tired
I said
of
to you,
big events happening. Can we have a chill time?
While we were there, it was practically empty. I said, look around. This could fill up. We could get one of those.
I know we were at the ER and it was like actually slow.
We had
like I got back to a room in like 15 minutes.
A room?
Yeah,
not an expansion room or a tent?
No, I got to an actual room within like 15 minutes.
A room with doors.
Well,
and tables.
also those are triage rooms, and like the more
they don't know what they're gonna have.
I know, but I'm there for no. So certain things like a broken bone will probably go into one of those rooms, or
in case they for sure have to admit you.
Yeah. Like Or
weren't
if
certain
it's just
they
like, oh,
would.
I'm coughing a little bit, you'll probably go into one of the like extension rooms. Like, oh, it's just like the flu, or is it something? But something like higher up
You would
on
think so.
the list, like abdominal pain. Oh, this could be like I was in a bed that was already broken down and ready to go to surgery, like
Wow.
on wheels, ready to go,
They
and
were
I'm
ready
like,
to
oh,
take you, huh?
great.
Oh, that's why you got scared.
That's why I went when we got in that room. I'm like, oh, great, they put me in a triage room.
You
Like,
said, oh,
like
I said,
one of
oh,
like the
look, a
actual like
room. Like I was like, oh,
we're in a
you're like,
room with all of
no.
like the stuff ready for me to go into surgery right away. I'm like, oh shit.
But you
But yeah,
didn't yet.
so that's all that I know about my stuff. I'm getting better every day, but it's like for the last 24 hours, it's kind of been at a standstill where
right.
literally every time I eat, about 15 minutes later, once it starts doing its loop-de-loop, that pain comes back, but it's like nowhere near like a 9 or 10. It's like when it happens, it's sharp and then it stops, and
What
it's
number
sharp
you
and it
got?
stops. It's probably like the most that happens, probably like a 3 or 4.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, but it's there.
I know, but that is in comparison.
Oh, compared to what it was, like I seriously, like when I stood up and I saw myself in the mirror in the bathroom and I was
Yeah.
pale as fuck and sweating and
Oh, you didn't look
in a
good.
lot of pain. I was like, I seriously about opened the door and was like, get pajamas, like we were going.
Yeah, I got you.
But all of a sudden it just kind of like
subsided
passed a
somehow,
little bit.
and- yeah. Anyways, yeah. I hope you're doing well.
Well, just hope I do well throughout the rest of the week.
Thoughts and prayers for sure. Not being sarcastic on that one, like for real. People have been really thinking about you. Your grandma's.
Yeah,
been
I
calling ya.
appreciate anybody that's reached out to me, like via text or social media. There's actually been quite a few people, so thank you.
I check on you like.
That makes me feel very happy.
How often do I check on you?
Every day.
More than like during the day. I mean,
Probably every couple hours.
Is it too annoying?
No.
Okay, just let me know.
No,
when it
because I'm
is.
concerned too.
I just don't know what it could be. All right, let's so that's why we didn't record on Monday, guys.
Yeah,
That's
we
why
needed
we're a
some
couple-
time
well,
to recover.
You needed some R&R. So
Yes, I did. I was like basically on bed rest for 2 days.
that's okay because we still have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of things to get into. We got to talk about our movie club movie and a couple of movies we got to review because we've been watching some stuff. Because you and I didn't go anywhere for 2 weeks for once.
I know. I was looking at August on my schedule on my phone, and I'm like, it's blank.
Yeah.
Until like this this weekend.
if things go to plan.
Like, let me show you my schedule. Look at that.
Yeah.
And then you go to like
July, and it's every weekend. And you'd even mark off the days
Like,
that we
look
left.
at this,
like all
boom.
the time. Yeah.
boom. I have nothing until like this weekend.
Yeah, and we're not even for sure we're gonna like 100% because of your condition. So we're just
Yeah, I
hoping
know. So
that
we'll see.
yeah, I'm just hoping that you're better. But that's okay. Let's move into the episode. So on this day, by the way, guys, 23 years ago, I don't usually bring sports titles up, but this one's actually pretty significant because on this day, when this episode is now recording, August 21st, Madden 2002 was released on PS2 and PC. It was a launch title for the Nintendo GameCube in November, and this was the first Madden game I owned. So that's kind of significant to me. I did play Sports Illustrated on the Super Nintendo, it's a nostalgic like football game or whatever. It's not really that great. It's okay. And then I played like one of the Madden games on N64. I think it was like Madden 2000 or 99 or something like that. But I never owned one until the GameCube. So this was my first Madden title. Kind of significant for me. So been playing Madden like almost every annual title for the past like 5 to 10-ish years almost. Whether I buy it, someone buys it for me, or it's on Game Pass or whatever. I usually play the latest edition to see if I like it. I haven't bought a Madden for like 5 years now. So, but I usually play the one on Game Pass like day in, day out. when I'm not doing other stuff. It's usually my calm game, my chill game. I know.
That is nothing. That's anything but
I wouldn't
calm game.
I wouldn't say that. Well, I'm over it real fast.
That's you.
I'm over it fast.
I feel like I need to put my voice recorder on your desk when you play, or even like when I'm laying next to you, falling asleep, so you can hear that it sounds like you're taking an Xbox controller and breaking it in half.
I'm just hitting buttons and the stick. That look.
It seriously sounds like when you squeeze the controller and you're mad and you're trying to hit buttons, it sounds like you're literally trying to like
twist it
and break it in half.
Oh god, I have not.
You make me like feel so intense when you play it.
I can't tell you if I've ever broken a controller from anger ever.
I just break them from overplaying.
Yeah, you have actually broken more controllers than me.
Because I play.
I move from controller to controller because you do normally. Like we have those colorful ones sitting back there.
Yeah.
The pink and orange ones. Those are like our Xbox 360 remotes or one. Those are Xbox One remotes.
Those are ones.
Yeah.
My 360 is my
360
pink one.
was I had the red one.
Yeah.
So we had our own remotes for each console, and we've had to replace the inner parts of yours before a number of times, and I just did it from time to time, like whenever I wanted to. It was just a fun thing to do, and I like changing the button colors and everything. That was like a hobby of mine, so that became really fun. But yeah, anyways, now that you're a gamer, we haven't really been like playing anything recently because other than like Call of Duty, I've been playing Fall Guys on stream. We're gonna move into playing and watching here. There isn't really like a whole lot of that, but we should talk about what we have watched. We went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine again.
Again.
Yep.
But
We went
in
and saw it in
IMAX.
IMAX. And that
Totally
was
worth it.
That was worth it.
I thought this time around watching Deadpool and Wolverine, this time I was I think on the podcast I might have given it a 9 or 9.5 out of 10.
I think you gave
I
it
don't
10.
even remember why. I don't think I gave it a 10.
I
think I
gave
gave
it
it like a
9.
9 or 9.5 out of 10. So this time when we watched it, I tried to find things wrong with it. I tried to find things that I didn't like about it, and I ended up.
Do you think you'll get tired of it eventually?
I want to go again. This is the only movie I've ever been to in my entire life where I could go a third time within a matter of weeks and still not get tired of it.
Has it made you want to watch any of the other X-Men movies?
Yes.
Really?
Of course. Yeah, I kind of want to watch like the old ones again just
You
because
want to go back?
Yeah.
We own them.
I know we do. But this time when we went in IMAX, for one, we got to see the entire movie this time because
opener.
When we went to the drive-in, we missed one of the most like famous scenes that everybody talks
We
about.
didn't miss the whole scene. We missed
like probably 5 minutes.
We missed the lead up.
Yeah, of it, which
to
was like
the dance. We drove up to the dance.
Exactly. But it's such an iconic part of the movie and gets you pumped and ready for the rest of the movie, and that pump and that excitement stays the entire movie.
Your brother has not had it spoiled for him yet.
He's had one thing.
And it's not even that big of a deal.
Well, not as big as other things, no.
No. And yeah, I'm very
but that
surprised.
tells you how much he really is on the internet. Like as far as like social media.
Yeah, he did walk up to me the other day and ask me if I knew who Mr. Beast was.
Exactly, see?
I was like, "Bro, you're under a rock a little bit."
But that's good.
That's okay.
I'm happy for him that
he's not on social media like we are.
He's uncultured but cultured.
You uncultured swine.
But yeah, so this time watching it from start to finish and I had a smile on my freaking face the entire time, and we stayed until the end of the credits again until the lights came on, and I already want to do it again. So this is probably one of the first times I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give it 11 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I'm going up. I gave it a 9 last time, so I just really enjoyed it. It's not a perfect movie yet for me.
I think it's perfect.
I think that there's some parts to it that I'm just meh about, but that's just me. So
every scene with Hugh and Ryan, is like as if like you and I just decided to do a movie. And do whatever we wanted to do.
So I kind of got it like spoiled for me what this movie is. It is a buddy cop movie. It's essentially just Lethal Weapon with superhero abilities. That's all it is.
Lethal Weapon's a great movie.
You got the serious person, Hugh Jackman, and the comic relief, Ryan Reynolds. You got them, and they pair very well together. Even if another person is on screen, they can the other person takes precedence. You see some other characters in the movie, and they allow them to take center field, and it looks great. It's done well. It's just a buddy cop movie. It's kind of what I've just kind of decided what it is, or learned what it is off of like what people were talking about. Like people talk about like the movie like 48 Hours or Rush Hour, you know, where it's like polar opposites come together and they work really well together on screen. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
My dad says he still needs to see Deadpool 2. In order to watch Deadpool and Wolverine, there are three movies you have to watch to minimally.
And Loki.
You don't have to because
The
he
whole
you don't-
movie takes place where Loki took place. Are you
I
kidding me?
know, but
You don't understand what
they
that
explain
is.
it. They explain it in the movie, so you don't have to watch
You
it.
don't
have
get the
to.
actual connection of what
I know, but
Leviathan is.
I'm saying.
That's his name, right?
No.
What's his name?
The
dragon, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. if
Oh my God, I
butchered
had
that
it.
one.
Oh, it's not Leviathan.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I was about to correct you right there and I've lost it. Anyways, minimally, you have to watch Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, and Logan. That's it. To appreciate the movie. If you've seen all the X-Men movies, great.
Eliath.
Yes, Eliath is it. If you've seen X-Men, great. And if you've seen Loki at least season 1, even better. And if you've seen a bunch of other movies in the MCU, or at least every single one of them, even better. But minimally, you need to appreciate most of the movie and to understand certain
Logan,
parts.
Deadpool 2. You should watch Loki. And if you really, really want to, probably like maybe X-Men Apocalypse is not Apocalypse.
No.
Days of Future Past. That's a good one. That gives you a lot of Logan regeneration.
I understand that, but I'm saying for someone that's never watched them before, I would say at least
X-Men Origins Wolverine would be a good one too.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, any MCU movie is
I don't
fine,
think we should ever go back to that though, because it's probably bad.
It's probably bad.
Ryan Reynolds is that Deadpool version.
I know, but at the same time, it'd be happy to see where he goes, kind of thing. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what you need to watch in order to be able to go, okay, and get like side story / some of the main jokes.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yes.
Main storyline, main jokes are going to be those three movies. Everything else is going to be like, if you've seen all of MCU and not just MCU, but X-Men.
Now it is all the
I know,
MCU.
now it's all MCU, but like
so
but you know what I mean.
You'll
You'll be able to really appreciate it and really be like, holy crap with certain things.
Right.
But to get most of it, those three movies.
Yeah.
I give it an 11 out of 10. We can move on. Unless you have more.
No, I said 9.5. It's fine. We don't really have to touch more on this movie without spoiling it. I want to also say, quick announcement: we're not going to see this movie, nor is it ever going to be part of the. We're not going to see this movie in theaters, nor is it ever going to be part of the movie club. But Borderlands is already coming to streaming. It's been announced 2 weeks after it came to theaters.
Is this the quickest?
This is probably the fastest a non-announced digital release from theatrical went. Like it. That's fast.
What streaming service?
Oh, I didn't see. I think it's just like to digitally rent or I don't know.
I wonder who's grabbing it.
Oh. I don't remember. I didn't even look into who produced it, so
I don't know.
I don't care.
I mean, it makes me happy because I did say I'm not paying to watch this movie, and I still have yet.
And we still will not.
I still will not pay to watch this movie.
I
am still extremely unnerved about the entire thing.
Yeah. So we did watch another movie though that recently came out on streaming services, and it was a theatrical release. Civil War. This movie I was gonna have it part of the movie club, but I'm gonna actually I'm gonna give the plot synopsis of this movie, and then we're gonna go into like short depth on what we thought about it. I don't think we're gonna give it a full review, but it was an interesting film. What's up? What are you laughing about?
It's gone up from a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes
7
to 10.
Ooh, that's too high. That's too high. Yeah, she'll tell us how we really feel when she sees it.
Trust me, when it comes to streaming, you're going to have probably an entire hour breakdown from Alex about what the hell is wrong with this movie and what is actually right about this movie. And from all of the reactions I've seen, I'm trying to not have any spoilers whatsoever. I don't want to know anything. Josh knows some things. I don't want to know anything. I want to go in completely unaware of things in the movie.
Yeah.
So when that happens, you will have my entire reaction
Anyways.
publicized.
Anyways, moving on from there. So Civil War. Here is the synopsis of this movie. In a divided America, the president is holed up in the White House, facing off against his people. Determined war photographer Lee Smith and her partner Joel, a seasoned Reuters journalist, set out on a perilous journey to reach Washington, D.C. in a race against time to interview the embattled leader. Sammy, a veteran journalist for the New York Times, joins them, and young-eyed, wide-eyed photographer Jesse from Missouri tags along. Together they embark on a treacherous odyssey through hostile territory, witnessing the haunting aftermath of the conflict. As they inch closer to the barricaded head of state, the intrepid team confronts escalating violence that tests their resolve to capture the story no matter the cost. Now, this movie stars Kirsten Dunst, has Nick Offerman in it, has a few other big names. But this one was going to be part of the movie club, but we can just give it a quick review on this one without, super spoiling it. But this movie was, in my opinion, it was good. It was very interesting.
I say it was good. The only thing I had an issue with
The ending. It's just, without spoiling it, it just walks away.
Yeah, I think it's just more, it's artistic, I guess. It's like an artistic, like, make it what it is, take it as it is.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not supposed to really be an ending. This is how we're ending the movie.
This is just war.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I thought it was very intense. Some scenes are extremely dramatic and real.
Yeah.
And really messed with me, to be honest.
Oh my gosh. What's his name? Jesse Plemons.
Yes.
I love him. He's a great actor.
I can't believe he's married to...
He's married to Kirsten Dunst.
Yes.
And they have kids together.
I know.
They are like...
It's like the last person I would think would even have kids or have a wife.
Right.
Because
oh my gosh.
Because he's so typecasted as this heartless, soulless...
Villain. Villain is understating it. He could be a Batman villain so
He has
good.
like absolutely no heart, no soul, but plays it so well. And apparently he's like this amazing guy outside.
Oh, he is like he's a fun-loving dad, and he's with Kirsten Dunst, so Patrick's already jealous. So
right.
That's crazy. So the fact that he's in this movie, the only reason he is because Kirsten Dunst asked him to be in it, because the person that was supposed to be in the role that he played dropped out. So, and he just learned the script or his lines or whatever. I think he ad-libbed too.
It's not like he had very many lines.
I know, but what he did in this movie was quite shocking.
Yes, it was.
Quite shocking.
Yeah.
Personally, this movie was a roller coaster.
It was a roller coaster, but like I said before, what I didn't say. So what I didn't like about it is that they don't really give you that big of an intro.
You have to really pay attention
have to, because
take it for what it is.
After the movie, I was like, I still don't understand what was going on.
Okay, I
understand why the people were why the main characters were doing their job, but as far as why America was at war kind of thing, I did not understand it at all.
So I
didn't understand what the point of it was. There was just not a lot of explanation.
Okay. So I'm going to preface this with anybody who wants to see this movie. The FBI was disavowed by the president.
Disbanded. Right?
Yeah, it's no longer a thing. Gone. FBI gone. And California and Texas banded together because they thought that was immoral.
Unconstitutional.
And the president got elected for a third term. All of that together, just like...
And so, yeah. So some states came together and said, we don't like that, and it turned into a civil war.
So the one thing about this movie is the president's party was never mentioned, nor name really. They just know him
So
as
you don't
the
know, like
president.
you can watch this movie and it won't
Think of
hurt
it
your
in-
political views.
Think of it in one political view. Think of it in another political view.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever you want to do, but you do.
There's no
see,
colors, no anything.
No. There's no red, no blue, no gray, no nothing. So they're literally just like, you take it for what it is. Could be an independent president for all we know. And
but it's set in current day.
oh, pretty current. Yeah, you get to see how people are so oblivious to whatever. They just don't want to be a part of whatever. And then there's parts of the movie where it's just explosion after explosion. They just go from one big thing to another big thing. But it's kind of like the way battles kind of happen with in general. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Gettysburg.
No.
But the last time we had a civil war officially was in the 1800s. So with like the North and the South, that is officially the Civil War. That was the big one. Then there's other ones that happened, like other ones are considered more like Revolutionary Wars. But civil wars were more within your own country and not like. But there were other countries coming in helping the North, other countries coming in helping the South. Eventually, the North toppled the South. Whatever. So a lot of the stuff that they were calling for never happened. But the last time that's happened with our country was then. So this was more along the lines of like
of it happening now.
Yeah. Yep. Current times. Times.
So it's really messed up. I mean, I think it's a really good movie. It's, to be honest, it's one of those movies where I can't give it a number.
Oh.
It's one of those emotional movies where it's like it's hard for me to.
I get that.
Give like kind of like we try like when we watched the documentary about Open My Eyes or
and then also
Through My Eyes or
the Save the Children one.
Yeah, like it's one of those emotional movies where I feel like you take it as it is, and it's not a 9 or 10 or a 7. It is what it is. Take it as it is.
Let me see what Rotten
It's
Tomatoes
either a
is
good
giving
movie
it.
or it's a bad movie. It's a good movie. Like there's no number. I think.
I want to see what people are giving it though.
My guess is it's a high number.
81?
Yeah, see, like it's a high number, but I can't like say, oh, it's bad because this happened, or it's a great movie because this happened. It's one of those movies.
I
where
mean,
like,
I was gonna rank it pretty high up there if I needed to rate it. Like,
I'm just gonna call it like you don't have to rate it.
It's one of those touching movies where you like. It's definitely worth watching, and I can't say this is an entertainment value movie.
That's what I mean. Like, I can't rate the entertainment value. Like, there's no entertainment value. It's just an emotional level, and it can affect people differently depending on who you are when you watch. I mean, it goes for any movie.
Here's a good review. This person said, wasn't what I expected, but it wasn't a bad movie. Going without expectations, and you may be pleasantly surprised.
There you go. Perfect. That's your explanation. Ditto. That's how I think about this. That's what I think about this movie. Yes, it was a good movie.
I mean,
no, it wasn't a bad movie.
There's some moments when you're on the edge of your seat. There's some moments where you're like, oh, come on, really? There's some moments where you're like, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I will say that if you're a subtitle person, have the damn subtitles on because there's a lot of talking and a lot of I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
But don't make that deter you from watching the movie. It is a good movie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So what is next?
For what it is.
Oh,
what?
Go ahead.
Oh, for what it is, it's a good acting movie. Too.
Well, yeah, that too. I mean, it is
really
good
well.
acting.
I got Kirsten Dunst, and she got a little like at some points, but towards the end, like.
But you got to understand, she's desensitized.
You see the war anxiety.
Yeah, she's desensitized, and she's got anxiety. She's
God.
detached from reality.
Oh.
Because of what she does.
True. Yeah.
What is next podcast episode's movie?
This wasn't Movie Club.
This wasn't
Civil War. No, A Quiet Place Day 1.
Oh my God, that's right. Sorry,
I prefaced that.
I know. I know, but you said that, and I was like, oh, I thought I misunderstood you.
Nope.
Never mind.
This was not a Movie Club movie. It was going to be.
No, we just ended up watching this movie. That's right.
I just wanted to. It was just a good
My belly
movie
doesn't
to like
feel
put
good.
on at the time. What's that?
So my belly doesn't feel good.
Do you need to do something?
No, I just feel things like going through the lower half,
Drink
and
some
it's
water. That can help you. Just help yourself.
it just comes and goes, you know.
Yeah.
Like so, the pain's right there.
One other thing with playing and watching, it's kind of with the NFL and stuff. We got to watch both preseason games because we did nothing on Saturdays. So we got to watch the Vikings beat the Raiders. That was mildly surprising.
By a point.
What?
By a point.
By a point. Yeah.
It was a close game, Patrick.
Very close game. I was highly expecting the Raiders
The Raiders did something stupid at the end, but it's preseason.
They did. They did some timeouts that didn't make any sense. I don't get it. And he didn't even get to watch it. Like, he didn't get to see that part.
It's preseason. It's fine.
It is preseason, but we did get to see McCarthy do some amazing throws. Turns out he is out for the season, guys. So not only had the Vikings lost 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 major players.
We're still winning the Super Bowl.
3 cornerbacks, 1 quarterback. And the thing is, people are just saying, calm down in all the comments. J.J. McCarthy was never meant to play this season. He was more meant to sit on the sidelines and learn. And that's exactly what he's going to do.
Now he is.
Every home game, he'll be there. And every away game, if he can travel, he will be there. He is there to learn. That's
and you know what?
His role this year.
The last quarterback to do that was Kirk Cousins, and we don't have him anymore. So
no. Yes, but the last time there's a lot of times people push their rookie quarterbacks for starters right away. I don't think McCarthy was ready. I think he would have been good as a backup this season, just for like whenever Darnold couldn't,
I bet you $1 million Darnold would have played a couple games. They would have said, fuck it, and put him in.
But with what we're seeing with Mullins and Hall with our backups, we're seeing them win. They beat the Browns, too.
It's preseason, and it's not even all the right players.
I know. But the last time we won a preseason game was like 3 years ago. So,
all right, well, I'll give them that then.
It's been a long time. And even though we saw the last game we saw was with your mom, and we got to hang out with your nephew and everything, and your grandma, and watch the Browns lose to the Vikings. Surprisingly, we expected the Vikings to lose, but
I was surprised you and Mom were very civil and very. That could have been this. Oh, you're right. It could have been this. Like you guys were.
Well.
You guys were so funny.
It's preseason.
I know, but you guys were very much like, it could have gone either way.
I was more.
like,
your grandma. Actually, your
civil.
grandma was more civil than your mom. Your mom leaned towards Browns, like.
I know she did look a little upset, but at the same time, at the end she was like, "It's preseason."
It is preseason. I don't care either way. But
Chubb wasn't on the field.
He wasn't.
She wants to see Chubb.
That will be week 1. So we still have a couple more weeks until season. I was gonna say season 1 until the season opener. So we still haven't done our actual fantasy draft yet. So
yeah, we need to get that going.
Make sure we get that going here soon. Anyways, we should move into the movie club movie, which is A Quiet Place Day 1. This was your choice.
It was.
What?
It was.
Yes. So here is the synopsis for this movie and all that jazz. A Quiet Place Day 1 came out this year. After the events and revelations of A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2, it's time to go back to Day 1, following Sam as she's on a group trip in New York City. Everything is going fine until the invasion that sends the world into silence begins. Can the city stay quiet, and can Sam and Eric, a new unlikely friend, make it somewhere safe? But no matter what happens, don't make a sound, and you might just find out what happens in A Quiet Place Day 1. Starring Lupita Nyong'o, Joseph Quinn, Digimon Hyunsu, and Alex Wolff. Critics give this movie a 66%. Fans give it a 73%. Box office did pretty well. The budget, first of all, was $67 million, and the box office $259.4.
Oh, good.
And that's really good for 2024. So it did really well. That's probably why it went to streaming like 2 months.
It made its
after.
money.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
This was a successful, made its money, had it take it to streaming kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of it?
I liked it.
What'd you think of the revelation of Joseph Quinn?
I liked it a lot.
I woke you up at 5 a.m.
Right.
And I said,
It's
guy
Eddie.
is Eddie from Stranger Things.
Well, the thing is, like, I see him in the whole entire movie. When you meet him, I'm like, man, he has a very
familiar face.
But it wasn't enough to, like, just because, in Stranger Things, he's got long hair and he looks like a rock star.
Yeah.
It's just and a different personality. So
completely.
It's very different. But, I really like this movie. It
I do
was
too.
very, very good.
Acting good.
Acting very good.
Yes.
Cinematography very good. CGI okay. But
How many decibels is New York? Did it say what at the
it
beginning?
said like I don't
It was
remember.
like
150 or I don't remember
170.
what. I
Like
don't know how loud a
the
decibel is.
same decibel level as a jet engine. That's what the fact is.
No, it was like a constant scream or something is what it said.
No, it was a constant. It was an engine.
Oh, okay, whatever. I don't remember. I remember it being loud, but I've never been to New York
Very.
City.
No.
So, I think the storyline and who they follow and how it ends and how you follow this person and everything. I really like her story. I like her backstory. I like
Yeah. Me too.
the
Emotional.
side character. Not Sam, but who's the guy?
What?
What's Eddie's name?
Oh. Eric.
Eric.
Sam and Eric.
I think he did an extremely amazing
Do you
job.
just like him as an actor?
Well, at capturing
Anxiety.
a natural human's legit emotions if this were to happen in real life. You know, like as he's like following this, he finds a person, he starts following her, and she's like, you need to like go away. And he was like, and she's like telling him exactly where he needs to go, where all the other people are going, and he literally freezes and it's just repeating like he is literally going through a panic attack. He is dissociating like crazy. He can't focus, even though she's telling him what to do.
Yeah.
And he just breaks down. He's like, I'm scared. Like, you don't expect some, like, I don't want to put like a sex on it or anything, but you don't expect like the man
Emasculate.
or you don't expect like the male character to be like, you know, it's like opposites. Like this female character was like,
you know why though?
I know
she's facing cancer.
She's facing cancer. She's already facing death. So that's
she's
it. But
in
like,
a hospice.
but you can still be scared, and she is.
Yeah.
So, but like, he's just this. You know what? I'm here from the UK.
Yeah.
And I have nobody.
Yeah.
And I'm in the biggest city, one of the biggest cities in the world.
Oh,
and this is happening. And I don't know where I'm at. And like, he found a person, and he was like, I'm scared. Help me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
can I stick with you? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to. Like, he went from a 30-year-old man to like a 3-year-old child that grabbed onto mommy's hand and said, like, I'm scared. I need help. And like, that is like a legit human response to this type of a situation.
It is.
So, and I really like that they embraced that character and the trueness and the realness of it. And he played it very well.
I think so.
The only thing I'm going to say that I really just did not like about the movie, only because I'm a very realistic type person.
What's the realism you're missing?
The cat.
Oh. Well.
There are way too many situations in that movie where that cat is dead.
Plot armor.
The cat had more plot armor than anything and anyone in that movie. And I get it. It played a certain part, and I liked how they played it. It's a therapy cat.
And it's silent.
But how it plays it, it is way, like, the plot armor is too thick on the cat. For the certain situations that happen, and me being in the vet field for so long, I can tell you 110% how many fucking times that cat would have died already. Okay. And it survived. And it's like, that would have had to be a mere, like, I know cats, the whole 9 live things, they play the cat 9 live thing. And it's not true, people. It's not true.
Yeah.
Cats do live through the most ridiculous things.
The effects on the cat.
Oh, they did very good job. Very good job.
Very,
very, very realistic.
Yeah.
But the situations they put the damn cat in, when you've got a veterinary professional watching it, you're like, oh, come on. Like,
okay.
It's horrible.
Pause. Let's talk about this with Dawn of the Dead. Same thing happened.
Oh, yeah. Yes and no, because the dog, the zombies were only attracted to humans, not animals.
Okay. Or sound. They're only attracted to sound. They're not attracted to humans.
It seemed like it was only attracted to sound. Or to humans, sorry.
What?
In Dawn of the Dead. That's
they
why.
They were attracted to humans. Yes, in A Quiet Place, they're only attracted to whatever makes sound. Cats. Have you heard Nymeria?
Well, I know cats are,
She is the quietest
don't make
cat
any
I've
noise.
ever met.
but the cat being as smart as it is and getting in and out of certain situations and them putting the cat in certain situations and it living really dropped the realistic. I mean, I know what the movie itself is not realistic.
It's an alien invasion.
It's an alien invasion, but I'm saying like it took the realness from what they were already making it. They took them putting the cat involved in there took
Yeah.
that away from me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
And
that's a
they
shame.
kept doing it. It wasn't just one time, it was multiple times. So, if the cat situation was not part of this,
Yeah.
it would have been an 8 for me.
You do get some good close-ups of the monster.
Yes,
Very good close-ups.
but with the situation with the cat and because it bothered me so much, it dropped it a whole point to a 7 for me.
Okay. For me, there's some parts. Do you have anything else you want to add to that? Or just
No,
we'll
I'm
converse about it
it's
as
a
it goes
good
along?
movie.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
a very good prequel, and I
Yeah.
didn't know John Krasinski was actually even attached to it.
It's yeah, of course he is. Yeah.
I knew he wasn't going to be in it, but I didn't know he wasn't attached to it or was attached to
yeah,
it. Sorry.
he has production and screenplay.
Yeah, I believe like helped write it. Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
But yes, I do like how the storyline starts and it plays into a quiet play, or it doesn't really play into, but you know what I mean. Like day 1, it shows you the first 24 hours of the invasion.
Right. I think this one felt a little less intense at some points because you don't feel as attached to the characters.
I think I feel more
Really?
to the characters.
What?
I
Then
sympathize.
John Krasinski's family? How dare
I
you?
don't have a family.
It doesn't matter.
Well, not a family, but I don't have kids.
But you have nieces and nephews. You know what they're like.
I know, but that's not the same as my own flesh and blood.
So the main girl, the oldest girl, is deaf. You're not gonna have any connection.
I
to
can't
that.
relate to her. She doesn't.
Okay,
I'm
so
not deaf.
exactly, but she has a part in that. Oh my God, there was like nothing to deal with any of their weaknesses in this movie. You do get to find out how they breed. They go to a nest, and you see them kind of like calling for each other
Yeah.
as the guys on the beams and the
Yeah.
building beams with
Yeah.
the cat, trying to get the cat.
Yeah.
Dumbest freaking part of the movie where the guy chases the cat up the hill over this building, like metal structure, and he's over this nest of the aliens. It doesn't make any sense. I think it's just to show what's happening with the aliens. But it's stupid as to why he took the path to follow the cat. Put himself in danger for this very story-like purpose. I get it. It's a little bit of plot to put into there, like to give you that knowledge. He shouldn't have followed the cat. He should have just fallen into the nest somehow, a little bit differently than that. God,
I know.
that annoyed me. That was one. I was
That
like,
still brings it
I
to
saw,
a 7.
I saw the cat go up the hill. I was like, don't follow it.
It's still a 7.
I'm giving it an 8.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I got some facts about this movie, though.
Okay.
A large majority of the scenes are set in New York City. They were filmed in London, actually. The film's crew built a rough replica of New York City's Chinatown vicinity on a London area backlot for filming most of its early scenes. And many of the scenes were set in New York City subway, were filmed in various now closed London underground stations and tubes. The one major scene filmed on location is outside of the film's few named locations like Patsy's Pizzeria. So that was actually filmed on location. The cat's name was Frodo, by the way. Was played by 2 cats named Nico and Schnitzel. So played by 2 different orange cats. You know, that's kind of like the given, like, star cat is normally orange. Like, have you seen, like, other cats usually take precedence? Orange cats are
The
usually...
cat was orange?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty certain.
Pretty sure it was a white and
White and orange.
white and no, it was definitely more white and like brown, I think.
Frodo, Quiet Place. Yeah, it had. It's okay. Well, from what I remember, it having orange. It's not. It's white. It's white.
Like, I've seen the cat, and I even throw a fit about the cat. I'm pretty sure the cat's not orange.
Did you know that Patsy's Pizzeria is actually one of the original deep originators of the New York style pizza? Like, it's actually.
No, I figured they would use. Like,
I wonder if that one's been reviewed by what's his name?
I don't remember the pizza review guy.
Dave. Is it Meltz?
No.
Portnoy. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, his pizza reviews are hilarious.
Super funny.
The main character, her name is Sam, right?
Yeah.
Well, the actress's name is Lupita. She's actually afraid of cats.
Are you serious?
So she had to undergo cat therapy to play as Sam. She explained, I was terrified of cats. I couldn't be in a room with a cat. I was suspicious of them. I was pretty sure they were out to get me.
Oh, wow.
But I wanted to play Sam so badly, and she has this cat, so I had to face my fear.
Let me guess, she owns a cat now.
I don't know. I have to guess this. So I hired someone to bring some cats to me in Los Angeles, and over a number of days, I observed the cats and asked lots of questions. And when I felt brave enough, I touched one and then two. And before you knew it, I was petting one until I could hold a cat without freaking out.
Aw, good for her. I know that's not like, I shouldn't make fun of like anybody's like fears. But I think it's just because like,
oh my God,
you just don't think of people being scared of cats.
We had never seen so many people scared of little dogs than in Chicago.
Oh my God, so many. But a lot of people were foreign.
Yes.
And a lot of people didn't really understand the
ownership of dogs.
Well, not necessarily ownership, but the fact that people had them as pets.
Yeah.
A lot of like where we lived was a lot of foreigners lived.
Foreigners.
And they were like terrified. And then from what I understand, somebody told me like, or they try to stay away from them because dogs in wherever country they were from, I don't know, they were considered, if you were anywhere near a dog or you owned a dog, it was considered unclean. Like dogs were considered filthy, and it's like us owning like what's a really dirty animal?
Pig.
Like a pig in the house or something. Well, I mean,
pigs can be clean.
They can,
but they are viewed as bottom feeders.
But either way, so that's why.
I get it. She also went on to say that this was the most fun and exciting part of the movie was finding out how to communicate messages without words. Before making even the smallest gesture of body language could change the context of the entire scene.
Mm-hmm.
So each scene required much internalizing. Like, you had to really figure it out. At the bookshop, Sam is reading Dawn by Octavia Butler, a science fiction novel about Earth being encountered by aliens. So, ironic. Each film in the series takes place in a different population environment. The first film takes place on a rural farm. The second at a factory and suburban neighborhood. This film takes place in an urban city. Mm-hmm. Henry, played by Digimon Hinsu, helps Eric and Frodo into the safety of the ferry. Sorry, that's worded weird. As Henry is seen in A Quiet Place Part 2, living on an island free of the creatures, at least until the finale of the film. Spoiler alert. It's probable that Eric and Frodo are also on that island living in peace. So honestly, I don't remember 2.
I don't remember. I remember scenes, but I don't remember the whole thing.
We should probably rewatch.
I remember 2. It was very intense, but I mean, that's the movies.
I only remember Cillian Murphy a little bit.
Slightly.
And I remember the older girl just being more of a main character.
She was more of a main character.
But I don't remember anything else about it. In the puppet theater after the initial attack, one person listening to the radio marks locations on a globe.
Yep.
Proving for the third time in the series that this is a worldwide problem. Newspaper clippings from 1 and TV news broadcasts from 2 also show this. Personally, if I could rank them, they go in order of release with how much I liked them. But I think I'm going to remember this one more than 2. I don't know why.
I agree with what you're saying. 2. But I liked 2 a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd say in order of release.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't want this one to get stale. This genre or whatever this horror like.
I don't know.
Quiet Place universe.
The only thing I can think of with this being a trilogy, like
this isn't this isn't 3. They can still make A Quiet Place Part 3
That's true.
and still
So
continue partying.
I know. So
them.
the only thing I could think of that they can do that would be okay is if they do like A Quiet Place Part 3, it would have to be like
a combination of something
yeah,
and an uprising.
either that or I don't know. To be honest, I mean I'd be fine if they didn't do any more. I
You're
think
right.
I think they're fine with what we have. We know how it started. We know where it's at.
If they
so.
do a continuation in a different country,
Yeah,
that might be interesting.
I don't know how it's gonna be any different.
Mini-series or something, that might be interesting.
Oh, that would actually. I'd probably watch
like
that if
in
it was.
China. or
I'd
like
watch it if
Japan.
it was in a mini series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be interesting. Maybe see different like areas in each episode or something, and then just combine it all into one at the end or something. That'd be interesting.
So what's your
next
movie?
one? My movie, Godzilla -1.
Is that the
This is the Japanese one,
new one?
not the Godzilla X Kong. That one we still have to watch. This is the one that came out December of last year.
Okay.
Let me read you. There's a synopsis here. So, it came out in 2023. Post-war Japan is at its lowest point when a new crisis emerges in the form of a giant monster baptized in the horrific power of the atomic bomb.
So this is like a origin story,
Yes.
or not origin, but like a legit start over.
This is a legit Godzilla,
like our Godzilla, but like in a different. Okay.
Oh, if you saw the trailer, you'd be like, "Oh yeah."
I mean, I like
great.
Godzilla movies. I don't know what you're talking about. I've always liked Godzilla movies.
Like the fact that this won an Oscar.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah, best achievement in visual effects.
Ooh, even better. Alex likes visual effects.
So I just read that just now, actually. It's gotten a lot of high ratings. You know, it's sitting pretty high up there in ratings. Let me see what Rotten Tomatoes gives it.
Oh wait, we're not supposed to do that yet.
No,
Not until we review it.
that's fine. I don't have to. So I'm excited to see it because Patrick and Brian really liked it. I think they said it was one of the best.
I remember them watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it. Moving on from there, I got a few movie news. Not movie. Well, there's a few nerd news items. Then we got the fan question to get to. Maybe we should do the fan question first. Let's do that real quick because we got a lot of people responding to this this specific. We're getting older. As we get older, we tend to figure out what we do and do not like more and more. So we're gonna go over that one today. I need to actually expand that photo. Hold on. I'm sorry. Boop. There we go. Okay. So, did I get that on the? Oh, okay. Let's do that. All right. What are you starting to like less the older you get? There's a lot of different things that can be attributed to this list. With as you get older, things change, the trends change, the people change. But patience and people's limitations and expectations of the world. It's just things are getting dumb, things are getting stupid. If Brett were here, he would probably say like, I don't know,
everything.
Video games or something. That'd be something specific he could say because he doesn't really attach himself to a lot of new games. He still sticks with a lot of the same old. But every now and then he'll pick up something new. But what are you starting to like less?
One thing is for sure.
Yeah.
Which is I'm gonna say the word, but I'm gonna explain myself.
Okay, I'm listening.
People.
I'm right there with you.
I know, but
I
have a specific thing.
Okay.
That I have noticed. I mean, I've always been like my whole life. I've always been more shy.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah.
But I've never not enjoyed up until like noticing more recently, like definitely more recently for like maybe the last at least 4 or 5 years, maybe more than that. Let's just say my 30s. I don't like having to hang out with people, like being forced to like hang out with people that I don't know.
Okay.
I don't. How else do I put this? Like, having to. I don't want to hang out with people I don't know, and I don't care to make new friends. I don't know how to say it.
Man, yeah.
I am liking less meeting new people.
That's true.
I have to be in the mood to like want to make friends, or
Oh yeah.
like I feel like I just don't give a shit. I have the friends that I have the family that I have, and I don't feel like expanding on that at the moment.
Eventually, honestly, you say that, but honestly,
I get more annoyed. Like, it's like trying to find a new friend in your 30s is like you have to they have to pass a bunch of check marks to be your friend, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh.
Like back when
right.
you're a teenager, or even in your young 20s, you're like, "Oh, we have this in common. You're my friend."
Oh, it was
like,
just one
it
little
was just
thing.
like one little thing, and now you're my friend. And it's like, I think about it now, and I'm like, I have a check mark box, and if you don't check everything, it's like, oh, you like this, yeah, this is gonna be a one and only kind of thing, and we're never gonna talk again.
We have had those conversations with people where we really don't like have anything in common, where we've actually ran into some old friends and they start talking about what they have going on in their lives, and we're just like, well, we don't have that going on in ours anymore, and we're no longer a part of that situation. Or it's just stuff that we are not even close or remotely interested in.
Or you have the people that are like, the other thing too is like people that are obsessed with, like, they're the people that are opposite and want to be your friend, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be your friend.
We've had that. We've had that
where it's like they try to put themselves into your friend zone, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, you're not in my friend zone.
Yeah, when we went on that trip, we were like,
it takes a lot to be in Alex's friend zone.
You've kind of put up that, like, I've got a bar.
I've got a bar, and you gotta be. You kind of have to be above the bar to even stay in my zone. So
yep,
it's like, but like that's kind of the only thing I can think of or
personally,
describe it is they have to pass like a friend test in order to become my friend, or like a resume.
I'm liking less older people.
Oh, I also am liking less younger people. I'm getting to that point where I'm like,
the ignorance of the elderly is getting to me. I cannot stand it too much. It's fine.
I will say that what you're trying to say makes me think of the meme where you and I are in the middle, where as a millennial, we are either we're too old to, or we're too what's the thing? We're too young to be considered. We're too young to the older people, and we're too old to the younger people.
Yes.
Like we're in that like zone right now where it's like we only have us, like our zone of people. If we hang out with people much older than us, then it's like you guys are too young. And if we hang out with younger people, like you guys are old. Like there's no
we had a taste of that the other day where we got made fun of for even calling ourselves millennials.
Well, that wasn't the other day. That was like last.
It was like a month ago.
Yeah.
But still, in podcast terms, that's 2 episodes ago. So, like the other day. So we were like, and it says millennials, and we were like, and they're like millennials. We're like, what? We aren't the problem. We're the ones waiting for the problem to go away.
Right. We've had so many problems where we would like a break.
We're the ones living through the problems. We're breaking through the problems. We see things as they are, and we understand.
We haven't had a break since 2000, I think.
2000 was pretty rough too.
That's what I mean. Or since 99, let's say that.
99 was when people were sweating about 2000.
Since 98.
I don't know about that because I had the flood of 97 in Minnesota, so we were.
You know what? We've just never had a break.
Rebuild for my childhood, but I was an adult. I was not an adult then.
We've lived through too many traumatic experiences.
A lot.
We have lived through so much that literally, if we see aliens, I'm gonna be like, "What up?" So it's expected at this point.
So you're getting tired of being around people. I've got that with you, but I've got another side of this. I am getting tired of the anti-socialization we're adopting. We go out to public, people's heads are down and on their phones. every time.
Well, yeah, I am tired of that.
Yes.
Like the
Go to restaurants, kids are on a tablet, kids are on some kind of device.
I do like meet. How about this? I'll take it back. I like meeting people, but people like I'm not out to like make friends right now.
Right.
Like to be in my friend zone. I do like every once in a while, like let's just have a conversation with a stranger. That's
when
fine.
you can make your own emblem.
Right. Like that's fine, but that's just one thing. The other thing, like, I hate to say it, like, just because we have so many good memories with it, but also so many bad memories with it, which is alcohol.
Oh yeah, drinking.
Like drinking and partying. Like I know that we're coming up on like
we are coming up on an annual
party.
Are we gonna be doing our
the thing
other
is,
annual party
like,
a month later?
I have it, huh?
We have another party a month later.
I know.
That's rough.
I know. So I know a month later. Can you imagine us at 30?
We did it like every 2 weeks.
We used to party like every other
God.
weekend or every weekend. We'd be going to a party or we'd be
for it.
Like, oh my God. Like, but that's the thing. Like, I don't crave drinking every weekend and getting shit faced and having like a good time. Like, I've realized.
Well, having a good time and getting shit faced are two different things.
Well, like,
they can be.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I've always, since like at least 25, at least 23, 24, 25, I've had severe hangovers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure it was in my mid-20s when I started having like 2-day hangovers. And so, like, but the thing is, like, it was always worth it at the time because I was like, I always had such a blast and I'm a fun drunk and like, it's just a fun time. But like, in my 30s, I'm like, I have to prep mentally for a month before like even thinking about having like getting as drunk as I do.
Right.
And then even the last couple parties we have thrown, I'm not joking. Days before I'm like, do I even want to do this? Like, it's a great time. It always ends up being a great time.
You have what I have like the day before or day of.
But it's
party.
like, man, do I really want to
I really want to go ahead with this?
So that's why, like, this year with our parties, I'm like, I think last year I said it. This might be our last Halloween party. This might be our last toga party. And then this year, it's the same feeling. I'm like, this might be the last party. And then, but the only thing that's making me keep doing it is like, come on, Alex, you're only in your 30s. You could do another one. Don't get me wrong. I do like having a drink. I can't tell you the last time I got like legit drunk.
Halloween last year, but you sobered up. You and Amanda toppling out the door.
Never mind. So it was Halloween. It's been almost a year since I've been actually really drunk.
But by 2 a.m., you're okay.
Yeah, but we both had like really nasty hangovers.
Yeah, Amanda would claim she didn't, but whatever.
No, she did. We were trading bathtubs. Trading toilets. No, but that was another thing. There was one other thing for me. So drinking was one. What's another big thing?
Oh, like you're starting to like less?
Yeah.
Well,
you can say one while I'm trying to think of it.
Crowds. Like, okay, now let me specify on the crowds. Not like crowds when you go to concerts or raves, but when you go somewhere like hot and miserable and you're sitting in like the parking's packed and you're in an area where you can be cooler, but you put yourself in this scenario. Let me put, for example, when we went out to the Rib Fest. Fine, it was great food, but the lines were long, and we were so packed there. I couldn't help but think 3 years ago people were like secluding themselves, and COVID was a thing, and that's what you think when crowds get too packed and stuff like that. You start thinking about things that like this happened years ago and stuff, like things were just this way. It's kind of crazy how you think about it, and it's like everything's back to getting like squished, and people are like, there's no longer the position yourselves with a bubble kind of situation. It's kind of weird how we just forget. I wouldn't say necessarily I'm a germaphobe, but it does get to me sometimes where it kind of freaks me out that it's hot, sweaty people sitting in an area. It doesn't need to be this way. It could be cooler. They can set up fans, or they could do something. They could shade it. Nah, they want to make you sweat your ass off. Like they could have moved some of the vendors into a shaded area. No, let's not do that. Let's make sure you're in the sun. Let's make sure everybody's quite uncomfortable for getting their overly priced food.
Okay, I remember.
But I will say that it's still enjoyable to do those things, but you lose your patience on that level to where it's like you don't need to put yourself in that scenario. Sometimes when we were at Cedar Point, we didn't do the water park, but the other time we should have done the log ride. You know, in the middle of the afternoon as opposed to towards the end of the afternoon. We should have done it in the coolest sophomore, going on like other roller coasters after we got drenched, but or the raft ride. We didn't do the log ride. We did the raft ride. But anyways, I gotta say that it's like the crowd level, you just get over it sometimes. It just gets a little tiring. But when you're like, okay, at the beach, too many people at the beach sometimes, it starts getting a little crowded. You're like, okay, come on, really? You can spread out. You got another one?
One more, yeah.
Okay, yeah, then we gotta get to some comments.
I have to explain myself on this one too.
Yeah, we've had to with all that stuff.
Drama.
Oh, of course.
So everybody, no, I mean, I can't say everybody doesn't, not everybody.
You're full of crap on that, though. You watch your dramatic.
No. I said I have
to get your fix.
I said I have to explain myself.
Yeah.
Like drama, as in arguing.
Okay.
Like disagreeing with people and having to, especially now with social media, having to explain my feelings and my
politics are getting
or verify
tiring.
like my feelings and why I feel the way I feel.
Justify me.
Justify. Thank
there
you.
Go.
I am tired of it. I am very tired of it.
Are you getting exhausted?
I am. I literally can't even. But for real, like it is so exhausting reading somebody put one thing that could be that you can tell they could like for instance, you posted a meme and it turned into a political argument and it had nothing to do with politics.
Which one?
It was on The Boys.
Oh, I've never been to Europe.
Yeah.
Oh well, the politics was there, but
that wasn't your intention.
It wasn't the intention of Europe's
literally
politics.
You're going to find, no matter what you post on
people
the internet,
people are going to spin what they want into what they want.
Exactly. And you will always be wrong. The human interaction has gone down the toilet as far as you have your opinion, I have mine. What is this? Let bygones be bygones? That's what it is? You like your stuff, I like mine, whatever.
We keep politics out of the show. We really have done that well.
Yes.
Except for when things have gone awry. We haven't mentioned some things that have happened in the past, some crazy stuff. We just kept it out of the show. And that's on purpose, so you can go to this place for escapism. But at times, it gets, meshed to when we're bringing it up now, where people are just spinning things to their own likeness.
Yeah. I'm exhausted with, if somebody doesn't, I don't know when it was, but it was I think it was 21 or 22 as far as like the year 2021 or 22.
COVID really messed with people's patience.
It was COVID where I finally went, I don't give a shit anymore.
Josh, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit anymore. My opinion is my opinion. If you're going to try to convince me, then you need to have a civil argument with me. It can't be you forcing your opinion upon me. It is lay out some facts. If I don't like what you like, then let it be. Everybody's fucking different. But you know what? That will never, ever. That is one thing about the internet. Like, okay, I'm getting tired of the internet. I'm getting tired of the internet.
You had to get to it.
Yeah. But anyways, that's it. I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of people thinking that they own the world and their life revolves around them. Well, guess what? Other people are in the world too. And you got to share the world with everybody else.
You don't have to share everything, but you have to share a level of stuff like kindness.
Like, people need to start appreciating change. People need to appreciate differences. Like, being a 90s kid, we were like, it was shoved down our throats about race and everything else, about being like, everybody's different and change is great and explore everybody's differences and embrace things. I don't know where the hell that went.
I agree.
Why can't, just because, like, I don't like your glasses. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll change them.
You know I like my glasses.
The thing
but
is,
like,
as a husband, I can change that.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
I like your glasses. Okay.
I don't like your attitude.
Okay. Like, I've literally what has helped me out is I literally stopped caring what other people think about me. I'm like, I don't care, and I wish I would have told myself that.
To a T, you get paranoid about some
it
stuff
does. It did still
sometimes.
bother me because of my anxiety, but like that's. But I'm telling
Your
you,
anxiety drives you.
it does. But
yourself
you know,
to
it's
a
it's
level.
you know, it's a thing I will never get rid of. Even beds won't get rid of it. It's a thing I was basically born with, and I will die
well,
with.
it wasn't necessarily born with. It just
Pretty
happened.
damn close. So I'm tired, and I don't care about what people
the
think
movie
about me
Blazing
anymore.
Saddles. That song, I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I hate that entire.
I
have
know,
to
but
skip
it's
that song.
hilarious though.
That
It's
song goes
hilarious.
on for like
I'm
5
so
minutes too long.
tired.
Everything else is
See,
kaput.
and that's the other thing. You can't make a movie like Blazing Saddles anymore
People are too sensitive.
because people are too fucking sensitive.
Okay, so like
it would
Dogma.
get canceled.
Dogma, like that movie.
Even
too.
Dogma, like it's gonna piss somebody off, and it's gonna piss a certain group
Oh,
off.
yeah,
and it's gonna get canceled. Just leave it the fuck alone if you don't like it. Other people do.
Like, for
Fuck
example,
you.
if you don't have a specific interaction happen between a specific type of characters in a movie, you're pissing off a certain amount of a group of people. Or maybe you're not. Maybe that's just a focus group thinking you really are. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not that person.
Like, for instance, I just gave Deadpool and Wolverine an 11 out of 10. Somebody who maybe just hates the MCU that much will probably watch it and went, oh my God, how can you do that? Give it a 2. Guess what? That's my opinion. That's yours. Good for you. You give it a 2. I mean, I disagree, but whatever. Your opinion, your opinion.
I read some reviews where people are saying, oh, the internet hyped this up.
Okay.
As in, like,
good for you.
it
You're a
wasn't that
troll.
great. Whoa. See, they can't have an opinion now. You're a troll. What if that's really their opinion?
No, the way that they're saying that.
What if
it
that
hyped
really-
it up.
What if that
have
really
an
is how they feel?
have an actual opinion about it. Legit actual opinion.
What? You cannot tell somebody what their opinion is.
I didn't say what.
Yes,
their
you
opinion
did.
was.
You said you have to have a more legit opinion. They're a troll automatically.
No, explain it is what I'm trying to say.
Well, they did explain it in their comment.
Okay, well
They said the internet hyped this up as in like bringing in more cameos, other characters. Once you get over that spiel, it's nothing. It's like Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, but it's like I can argue that, but
Do you still like Spider-Man No Way Home?
Yeah.
Would you consider that a multiple theater going experience?
No, because I didn't.
Why?
Because I didn't like it as much as this movie.
Okay, it has just as much of everything happening in it as Deadpool and Wolverine.
For me,
my
opinion.
Okay, exactly.
For me, I relate more to the characters and the cameos and whatnot in this movie than I did the last one.
Hold the phone. You and I have seen every Spider-Man movie in theaters.
I appreciate it. I did. Well, okay. All right. For another thing I will say, though, you and I did have it spoiled.
What?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, yes, we did.
So
absolutely. We walked into Deadpool Wolverine with nothing.
So nothing. And that made a huge difference.
Actually, I had one thing.
That made a huge
I knew
difference.
that one character was in Deadpool and Wolverine, and I said it in the car, and you got mad that I said it.
Yeah, because I didn't want to know.
It's not a big deal.
I know, but I didn't want to know.
As if they shook the foundation of the movie.
They did.
Patrick would have flipped his lid had he heard it.
I know.
It was a nobody character, and even if you wanted to know, it's a character that doesn't really like. I guess they do change the outcome of the movie because they move the plot along. But I knew that they were in this. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. Either way, let's move on
get
to
comments.
the comments.
Yes, I got one from Arrow, and this one's going to be a
doozy.
Yeah. All right. So this one is. I have to preface this. He is a wrestler in the he's learning in the industry, and he's becoming he's going bigger. He's going to promotions. He's like, what, 23, right?
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He'll be 24 soon. Christmas, right?
Christmas.
Yes. So.
He's just a baby.
So here's his comment on this. Being that I am gaining a better understanding of the wrestling business, I would say that when wrestlers are moving too fast, what pisses me off with experienced wrestlers and new wrestlers, they're going 100 miles an hour doing moves. It's great to move fast, but the question is, can you do that for the whole entire match without getting tired and without hurting yourself and your opponent? I like having matches where the crowd can digest what's going on in the ring. I want them to see someone getting put into a submission hold when it hurts, getting Getting hit hurts. Getting slammed hurts. It aggravates the hell out of me when someone says that wrestling is fake, but they themselves have never stepped inside the ring before. When you and I went and saw the indie promotion at the PopCon, and we saw them getting slammed, you felt it.
Oh yeah.
Even the chest slaps, the scoop slams, it's different on TV. It really is.
It really is.
And we went to SummerSlam, even though we're far away. We're seeing the moves real time.
We're also hearing the mat all the way up the balcony.
So I gotta say, fakeness aside, whatever, the soap opera aside,
yes,
whatever it is, it has
wrestling script. Yes, it's fake.
Scripted
Wrestling physicality, it's
Woo.
Real.
That is acrobatics, and it hurts.
You
Anyways,
go fucking do that.
So he moved on. The footwork that you need to have for it is like no other sport. The cardio is like no other. The selling is like no other. Getting over with the crowd and having people invest in you is difficult.
Oh yeah.
You think it's easy when you're the ones out, when you're not the ones out there. When you actually do it, you're lost and you're nervous. People boo you, and you don't get booked for other shows anymore. Which is why I stress to like new wrestlers and people who want to learn that you have to listen to the more experienced guys in the ring. Take your time and don't move on to the next spot too quickly. Let people digest what's going on and sell your character, show off your character. Wrestling is not meant for you to be a robot. It's a physical form of art that lets people love what you put out there.
I agree, Aaron.
That's well said.
Very good,
So,
Aaron.
I mean, that can be said with a lot of other things. When I make like video work, I get better as I go along. I made your intro for streaming after I made the podcast intro. Let's say that. And then I started doing mine, and then yours again, and I did some other people's intros, and I'm starting to get better at what I do. It's just learning as you go.
Look what I did.
What did you do? Oh, you lined up with the ears? You could have just removed the ears from your headset. Oh, look at you.
Oh, there it is.
Moving on from there, guys. You got some comments?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Okay, so we got some Instagram. Ooh. We got Terrible Terror Podcast.
Shout out to them. Check it
All
out.
right. Terrible Terrors says social media. It's like a high school with people faking it to be popular. Used to be nice to connect with people. Now it's just ads, misinformation, and idiots. Dude, I can't agree more.
That's a good one. I like that. That's
Thank you. Everybody go follow Terrible Terrors Podcast, by the way. Okay, we got J Movie Talk Podcast.
Shout out to them.
Ooh, we got a trend. Social media. Because these youngsters continue to have hot takes or just saying whatever about older generations, not because they truly believe what they're saying, but just for the engagement.
Oh, I'm not saying that about the older generation to have a hot take. I am saying that a lot of the older generation is ignorant to technology or to what's going on in the world. Maybe they're not paying attention to the whole story. Maybe they're just reading one side. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the scenario. They're putting it upon themselves and pushing it upon others, whether or not it's false or real.
Jersey Comic Crew Podcast.
Shout out to them.
Nice and easy. Social media.
I said this to you. I started seeing comments, and I said, I think there's a trend in this one, because I started seeing responses just continuously being so similar to this. Like, people are just tired of social media. But here's the thing. It's a gift and a curse. There's some good things about it. I love TikTok for learning the news and funny stuff and trends. I don't know, some funny stuff that's going on. Like, trends that people don't jump on and like for clout. Like the Hawk Tua trend died so fast.
Yeah, just like we said on the podcast it would. I said stop being so bitchy about it. It's a funny thing. It'll die. Just like all the other funny things.
People
it just
considering
it
the
up
next
and
Hawk
it
Tua
goes down.
thing. Yeah,
like
whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let the girl have her fame.
Quick fame.
Or
it's
quick
fine.
fame.
It's
What?
whatever.
It's fine.
It's whatever. It's whatever.
Maybe I should be her for Halloween.
Cowboy hat. I think she had some boots.
That's a great idea. It's easy and I can just go around and like
You have to get a spray tan blonde wig.
Oh my god, that actually is
a microphone maybe.
It's a very good idea. Oh my god. I just came up with oh my god.
Do it.
I came up with a great idea and I don't even have to make anything.
Yeah. Do it.
Not that I don't care, but it's fine. Okay. We got Patrick.
Hey, Patrick, check out what is that? He hasn't done Paranormal Pat in a while. It Be Like That podcast.
It Be Like That podcast. Make sure you're checking it out.
Yep.
Or Solus_64
Twitch.
for Twitch.
Yep.
We've got Drama.
Drama.
Oh, thank you for agreeing with me.
No drama.
Not a fan of it in general, but got way less patience for it and the people that need to live their lives in it.
True.
I agree 100%. 100%. All right. What else? I think did we have anything on
I didn't see anything
Twitter?
else on Facebook. I did not see anything on Twitter, but we do appreciate those that have left comments. You guys are the real MVP. I love it. I truly do. Let me get this out the way for me and Alex.
I mean technically my dad said on YouTube here, he said Karens.
Karens.
Yeah.
I am 100% on that one. Here's something about that.
I looped that in a little bit with Drama.
The name Karen has disappeared as far as like kids getting named that. It has 100%.
It'll probably be.
No, I don't think it's coming back. There are just some names that will never come back. It's okay. They don't need to. We'll just let them be. It's all right. They don't need to be named specific things for any reason. I don't care if Karen has a meaning or it has like a generational whatever. I bet you there's like some 3-year-old named Karen that hates themselves right now. And it's stupid that they do for a name. Like my name will probably go away eventually, Josh. I think it will. Yours probably not.
I don't think so.
I think Alex.
Your name is in the Bible.
I think Alex stays.
I don't think your name is going to go away for a while.
Yours stays.
I think
spellings.
mine will stay a while just because
there's so many variations.
There's so many variations. That's why.
Even
as
Allie,
far as
Alexandria.
I don't count Allie as a form of Alex.
No.
Alex, Alexandria, Alexis, Alexander. Those are the main ones.
Yeah, and there's probably something Lexi.
Alexis or Lexi. Yeah.
Like there's different things that. Yeah, that name too. We're not going to say that one. That one will never be. Yeah, that was one of them that I was thinking about. But yes,
yeah. There's certain names that
will never
aren't going to come back around for a very long time,
okay.
if not ever.
That's okay. They don't need to, and that's all right. Can
you imagine 100 years from now, Karen starts becoming popular again?
Yeah,
they're like, hey, do you remember that your great grandma or your great grandma named Karen did this and was like turned into like a meme?
Yeah,
those things that they used to talk about.
So silly. Let's move on from there. Thanks, guys, for the answers on the fan question. We'll be sure to put out another one next episode. You guys are awesome. That's one of our longest running segments, along with the movie club. Like those are the two things that we do every single time, along with playing and watching, of course. But the two big ones is movie club. Like that's something that we announce for people to watch before we do the episode. So now we got 2 weeks ahead in advance. So you got a little bit of time to watch. Like if you want to watch Godzilla -1, don't want to get it spoiled, we're going to be reviewing it next episode. So that's kind of what I like doing those segments. But I got a little bit of news that has come out here that I have to bring up. First of all, out of all companies to come out with a new streaming service, Chick-fil-A is launching a streaming platform.
What? For what? So you can watch how they make their chicken sandwiches?
They're entering the entertainment industry by launching original content for its own streaming platform.
What is it going to be called?
I don't know. Hold on.
Hold on. I got to get, because we've already got the cock.
The chick?
So we already got Peacock. So we got the cock. What's it going to be called? The chick?
The chick? I don't know. Chick Max? I hate this.
I don't like it. What are they going to call it?
Why? Get your fill. The fill. This is stupid.
Yeah. I wonder what the table was like, the table discussion.
All right, guys. They're eating chicken sandwiches and nuggets.
All right, we've been approved for $5 billion for making a Chick-fil-A streaming service. We need names. Stat.
The Cluck.
The Filet.
The Cluck.
The Cluck?
Cluck in time. Have a Cluck in time. Choky chicken. They take that from Rocco's Modern Life. Oh my God.
Oh god. Okay, let's keep.
I'm sure
All right. What
something-
about it?
The Feather. I don't know. So they're going to be collaborating with major studios. The fast food company is working with major production companies to create family-friendly shows, particularly in the unscripted genre. The budget and content plans. Budgets for unscripted shows are around $400,000 per half episode. That's a lot. Or half hour, I should say. The company plans to launch its streaming service later this year and also exploring scripted projects and animation. The leadership in programming, his name is Brian Gibson, known for his work in shows like history's Top Gear and The X Factor. So the person that made those shows is leading content creator on this. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know.
I was not expecting that news.
Chick-fil-A follows other non-entertainment brands like Lyft and Airbnb that have ventured into producing original content. I had no idea.
I had
Lyft and
no
Airbnb
idea.
made original.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh my God. Chick-fil-A has produced content before, such as the animated series Stories of Evergreen Hills, and has diversified into other areas like children's puzzles and games. You saw me do the game.
Yeah?
You get mad at me with that game.
Yeah, because you don't do it right.
The mobile game. So the move is seen as a positive for the reality TV industry, providing opportunities similar to branded content. So they're going to be bringing in more stuff. I don't know if it's a paid content. Probably not. You can't be bringing in more paid content. People are not happy with price increases.
People just
So
don't want to pay anything anymore for anything.
my guess is going to be another Pluto kind of thing.
We had an app go up almost $5 today.
We did, but that is a content creation
I
app.
understand that. It still went up $5.
I know, but if we did an annual thing, I think it's cheaper.
That's $110 a year.
So when we're out of our when we move out on our own and we're all grown up, we can do an annual purchase of this and save money.
I understand.
So those things are offered. We just don't do them.
I know.
So that is some nerd news. There's a little bit of other nerd news that you can get excited for. There's a show coming out on Prime called Secret Level. This is... How do I put this? I'll just read it this way. Prime Video has announced a new adult animated anthology series titled Secret Level, which will feature original short stories set in the worlds of popular video games. The series consists of 15 episodes, is set to premiere this December. Secret Level will feature stories inspired by games such as, and I'm going to list some of them here. I'm not going to list all of them because some of them Alex and I don't really know, but you've heard of some of these titles: Armored Core, Dungeons and Dragons, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Mega Man, New World, Eternum, Pac-Man, Spelunky, The Outer Worlds, Unreal Tournament, and Warhammer 40,000. Sorry. The series is created and executive produced by Tim Miller, known for his work on Netflix's Love, Death, and Robots.
Ooh.
And is produced by Amazon MGM Studios and Blur Studio.
Ooh.
So
I love Death and Robots.
We got to finish watching that.
Let's do that tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Each episode will offer a new journey, blending breathtaking animation with imaginative storytelling, bringing iconic games to life in unique ways. I'm excited most about seeing God of War, Dungeons and Dragons, of course, Pac-Man, Mega Man.
I want to know what they're gonna do with Pac-Man.
The screenshot I saw of Spelunky looked really good. So there's some stuff. Unreal Tournament, I could see it being coming from a soldier's perspective, going in and shooting other people for popularity level. You could see that. We saw that kind of in the movie Gamer, where the person's a really good gamer in the shooting genre or whatever. That's what I can kind of see with that. Mega Man, you get to see kind of like Felix the Cat or whatever, where they have or Sonic the Hedgehog, where you get to finally see their world in an episode form. So it could spring off other stuff and their own episodes or whatever. But God of War, that one also seems interesting. So a lot of cool stuff in the nerd news that's come out. Of course, Borderlands 4 got announced recently. I know were you holding on to that one?
Today or yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday.
And my nephew flipped out in our group
well,
chat.
it's because he just got through all the games, basically.
He's so excited.
He's
and he also saw the movie
he's
too.
very new into the world.
Yes,
so
he is.
Of course he's going to be excited.
You and I are like, yeah, we knew 4 was coming.
I saw that they were teasing.
They've been teasing it for about a year.
Yeah, so I was like, it was a matter of when, and of course, like, because they don't want the Borderlands movie to kill their hype.
Yeah,
they said, all right, our movie sucked, or the movie sucked.
the way they said it on Twitter was funny. All right, we get that you like our games more than the movie, and that's awesome, or whatever.
So here's a game.
Yeah, we'll be expecting an announcement coming soon that you'll look forward to, or something like that. It's kind of like they're using the number 4 as like a tease, and we're like, oh.
Hopefully it's really good.
Yeah, 3 was a little bit of a letdown. We have to go back.
I know.
I want to go back. I'm actually interested in going back to Borderlands again.
I don't mind.
We can do 2.
I mean, I want to finish our playthrough again with 2.
Patrick needs to finish 2 before we move on to 3.
Okay.
And I don't mind restarting 3.
I don't. I like it.
Because I don't remember 3 very much. But
I didn't like it
where we're
as
at
much,
on 2,
but,
we need to kind of just let Patrick maybe drive the wheel and do the
sure.
do the
We'll just show him all the secret stuff.
Well, no, he needs to do the campaign. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, he can do the.
He can
drive
game.
it.
We'll join his game as our characters.
Huh?
Yeah, we should definitely do that. I want to go back to 2, and because I want to play 3 and maybe give the pre-sequel another try.
No,
we own it.
It sucks. We tried.
We tried it split screen. I think
it sucks.
We tried it split screen. I think we can try it. I don't know. Maybe we'll try more DLC of stuff too. But I want to go back to 3 before 4 comes out for sure. So, are you looking at the ratings of Borderlands? Make sure you're saying pre-sequel, which people were mad that the pre-sequel was named that. You know, they could have just called it the prequel. What's Metacritic?
It has a 9 out of 10 on Steam. Metacritic is 75.
Well, what are they giving 3?
I looked at 2 real quick. 2 is a 10 out of 10.
I mean, 2 is a perfect
and
game.
an 89 on Metacritic, and 3. 3 is a 9 out of 10 on Steam, but it doesn't have a Metacritic.
No Metacritic?
Nope.
It's got to be a Metacritic.
It just says 88% on Google, likes this. So, I mean, that tells you right there. I mean, they're good games.
Maybe 3 was a little bit more enjoyable than we thought. Maybe just the death of one of our favorite characters pissed us off.
Borderlands 1, like the original, got an 8 out of 10.
Metacritic?
It doesn't say.
Oh,
and
okay.
Google has it at a 94.
I'm gonna say one more nerd news thing. I'll just save it for later. We gotta kind of get out of here.
Yeah, my stomach's hurting. I kind of need to get up and move around.
We gotta do the dinner, and I have to get gas filled in the car because hey man, I'm in the middle of my travel week here, and that's why we're doing our show tonight and not like last night or whatever. So happened again where I'm in the middle of my work week of traveling, so which is fine. It is what it is. I just got to go in next week. I learned today, so yay, get to do some camera work. But anyways,
I'm gonna be bored next week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're gonna be you're gonna be like
I get vacation.
You are gonna be on vacation.
I'm gonna do a staycation.
Staycation, aw babe.
Aw babe, staycation. Aw staycation, babe.
Oh no, we're about to get a freaking.
Nah, we're good. We're good. Do we have any voicemails?
No, I don't know. No, we don't. No. If you guys do want to leave any voicemails, we would appreciate it if you guys do call our phone number 224-225-5780. You can touch on any of the topics that we touched on this episode, or if there's something you want to say that we've said on a previous episode or something, we'd appreciate it if you guys do give us a call. And if you're part of a podcast, feel free to shout it out. Anyways, we do need to do our plugs and get on out of here. So Alex, please plug your Twitch.
If you would like to watch me game, it's twitch.tv/Q_Kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Unfortunately,
we don't know.
Depending on how I feel, Josh and I are supposed to have a little bit of a couples weekend.
We're supposed to do a couples trip.
Trip this weekend, Friday and Saturday. So
stressless trip.
we will see depending on how my infection
Yeah.
is working
And I said
on
that to you
leaving.
today. I said if
I
you,
know
it's
I'm gonna
all
feel
on you.
horrible if it doesn't.
No, it's fine.
But I am planning on possibly doing some extra streams
Oh
this
yeah.
next week because I am, like I just said, taking a staycation. And I'm gonna be basically off from this coming Saturday until after Labor Day. So because I just felt like it.
You needed time off. Too.
I also just needed a break.
You don't realize what you actually need until you're given the opportunity.
Yeah. So
nice.
Anyway, so if you like to watch me stream, right now we're
Stretch your
playing
leg.
some Call of Duty. Who knows? There's tons of things.
You wanted
so.
to do Dead by Daylight with one of your
Yeah, I was
coworkers.
going to talk about that. Yeah, but
maybe
that's about it.
Yep. For my stream, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL to spell it out for you in case you accidentally do the abbreviation, which I can't get that. It's not long enough. You have to have 4 letters. So, and you can't do Mr.L because that's taken. So,
Yeah.
Anyways,
so
yeah.
it's Cute Kitty, but they're not even active.
Tuesday, Thursday evening is my normal stream schedule, and Saturday morning, again, since it's my travel week, I have the possibility of not getting on. I did not get on last night because I was overtired from my my work week, my travels. So tomorrow is a big question mark. Just be on the lookout for that on our announcements on social media, Twitter, Discord, whatever. But would appreciate it if you guys do join or follow me on Twitch. Even if I'm not there from time to time, it happens. As far as our social media goes, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter/X. Make sure you're following us on there. PTOUnlimited, PTOUnlimited_podcast on the Instagram. Also, make sure you guys are checking out our merchandise. We're going to have some fall merchandise coming out soon because it's right around the corner, about a month and a half away. So sorry, Alex. I appreciate the summer trips that we've taken at least, right? At least it's been a good summer. We had a good summer. We're still planning on doing maybe one more trip to the beach, but maybe we'll trying.
See.
Yep. As far as this episode goes, we'd like it if you guys hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the bell to be notified for when we're live, which is every other, normally Monday, which coming up would be Labor Day. That's a big maybe, whether or not we'll be
It's a big maybe. If we do, it might be that we might move it to a Wednesday. We'll see.
Or we could do it a day earlier.
Or whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know on the soch.
Yep. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Cute_kitty.
And on the final note, I don't think I had anything prepared for a final note. Did you have anything? No? Yeah. Nothing. No. I guess you guys have a good rest of your week. Stay healthy. Watch what you're eating. If your stomach disagrees with something, hydrate. Stay hydrated and evacuate the bad stuff and start eating the good. Get your fiber too, so you can poop well.
Okay. On that note.
On that note, we'll catch you guys in the next episode. You guys have a good one. Bye, guys.